Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's stream. We got a Thanksgiving special going on today. Oh, let me change the title. Hold up. I'm bad streamer. We gotta go. Boom. Thanksgiving special. Happy Thanksgiving. Ranking World of Warcraft cinematics. And we're going to put this in just chatting. Boom. Done. Okay. Welcome to today's stream, everyone. It is Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for giving me time you could be spending with your family, etc., etc. I will be spending time with my family later today and with my girlfriend's family. But we have stuff to do. We have a little bit of fun stuff going on today, a little bit of a special. We don't have any games to play. We're going to be trying out these cinematics. This is the drink of the day, by the way. A little bit of an early, but we're going to get it cracked open. We don't got time for no dilly-dallying today. I almost got my girlfriend on as a co-host for the day, but she's busy cleaning up and stuff because she is a good family member. And that's about it. Let me turn on my light back here. Boom, boom. There you go. That's all good. Is there anything else we got to get out of the way? Let's see here. Everything's going great, man. What do we got new today? Well, I made my Christmas list. My current Christmas list. Oh, yeah. Here, let me go. So, I had a diffuser on here. So, you know how candles have, like, carcinogens that they release? Well, so I don't burn candles anymore because I didn't want to get these carcinogens. And then I put on my list a diffuser, but it turns out what we've been using all this time is a wax melter, and I don't know. I guess it's probably the smoke from the wick is what releases the carcinogens, but I didn't even know that. So I guess I'm getting a wax melter now on my Christmas list instead of a diffuser. I mean, both work, honestly. I just want it to smell good in my room without having carcinogens going all over the place. Other than that, on the Christmas list, we got a Doomhammer hoodie. I don't know if you guys have seen this before. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. It's just some of the merch on the store is pretty dope. Of course, I want a Doomhammer hoodie over the... Oh, what did that do? I want a Doomhammer hoodie over a Ashbringer hoodie or anything like that, because obviously I'm a Horde player. And this is my War Chief's hammer. You know, what does it say at the bottom down here? The gift of the Doomhammer will not... I don't know, I could read it in person. But this is dope, right? So we're thinking about getting this size XL for Christmas. It is a $70 purchase, though, so I'm not so sure about that. I didn't see this. This is pretty dope, too. I love looking at the Blizzard store, man. This Ashbringer shirt is also pretty darn dope. And this is like, but yeah. But it's not literally what we're looking at. I also thought about getting these pajama pants, but they're just, they're not really my vibe. I don't like the chibi stuff. It's not exactly my stuff. But yeah, man, we're looking at this. Okay, and then what's next? We got a Horde banner. We need something to go up back there. We've got these. I have a few stuff pending right now for my background. You see on my closet right there. That's just a lot of noise in the background. So we're gonna get these curtains up. It's not really any good curtains. It's literally just curtains that my family had left over because we just changed out the curtains like a month ago, if that. And so we're gonna get a curtain rod up there. We're gonna have a curtain in front of my closet. You know, it's gonna be kind of nice, anyways, to have something like that up there. And then also we have a little like set of paintings that make a picture of like it's almost like a Horde loading screen. And so we're gonna have that right there behind my door right there, and you guys should be able to see that, a little more detail for the background. And then of course we need a Horde banner right behind us because that's really what we're representing here. We were always passionate about the Horde. And then other than that, we got money and muscle shirts. I mean, I need to have a muscle shirt on at all times, because why wouldn't I? When I'm getting this big and this, well, I guess I'm technically getting tinier. I'm losing weight, but when I'm getting this muscular and shredded, it's gonna look absolutely insane. Next April, be ready. That is when the cut will be at its end, and we can start the bulk, start getting humongous, like we always knew we could be. Other than that, guys, I think we've had enough time to let people trickle in here. If anyone's gonna be in here, they're in here now, probably. And so what we got pulled up here is we got the tier list. We're gonna go in order of expansion, of course. So we got classic, Burning Crusade. Oh, you know what? I guess there's a lot of people who don't know about the expansions in here. So let me move my camera out the way. Oh, you know what? We're gonna adjust this. We're gonna take my camera, make it smaller in the corner here. You know, you guys really got to get immersed in all this. Okay, we're gonna put that just like that. Okay, now we're super tiny in the corner. I've never been this tiny in my life. Still humongous though. So we've got classic. When the game originally, this is really breaking it down for anyone who doesn't know, for anyone who is new to World of Warcraft. You have the original the original cinematic. Today we're watching all the expansion cinematics. There's more cinematics, but every time that an expansion is released, they release a cinematic along with it. This was the cinematic trailer for the video game World of Warcraft. There were 3 Warcraft games before this, and then they made the World of Warcraft a 3D continuation of the lore and universe of Warcraft. And then we have the Burning Crusade, with it featuring Illidan Stormrage, the leader, well, not the leader, but a prominent member of the Burning Legion, and he is a demon hunter, and there's demons in the fell crusaded lands of Outland. There's the word. Then you have the Lich King, Wrath of the Lich King. This is Arthas Menethil. He was a prominent feature in the Warcraft games. He turned corrupted, the Helm of Domination, and his beautiful sword Frostmourne have corrupted his mind, and he is now using this to control the armies of the undead and send them to attack the Azerothian universe. And we defeat him, and this guy becomes the next Lich King, which we'll get to. Then in Cataclysm, Deathwing, one of the primal aspects of nature. He represents Earth. There's other aspects that represent magic, life, stuff like time, stuff like that. But he is the aspect of the Earth, but he gets corrupted because he is so far underground. It is easier for the Void Lords, the Void Gods, the old gods, to corrupt his mind. And so he becomes corrupted and destroys the world. Pandaria, there's just fucking pandas. This cinematic, very nostalgic for me, but I have to leave I have to leave my bias out for this one. I'm not leaving my bias out for the rest of them. That's kind of the whole point of the tier list. But I don't know. Setting aside my bias, this is just kind of objectively a pretty bad cinematic in terms of the lore connected to it. Then you have here Warlords of Draenor, Grommash Hellscream, the father of Garrosh Hellscream, the former war chief of the Horde before he came insane due to Void. Grommash, he was the one who turned the orcs green. He decided with his dear warlock friend Gul'dan to drink this fell energy. He didn't know it was fell at the time. He didn't know it was bad. Gul'dan convinced him because Gul'dan was always looking for more power. So he turned the orcs green because he was the first to drink Grommash, and and everyone followed him because he was the war chief of that horde when it was just orcs. But this is a recreation, a different timeline where Garrosh Hellscream goes back in time and saves his father from drinking the bad juju, and his father is forced to kill the big demon. Then you have Legion. Legion is where we had already killed Gul'dan from however long ago, when he was originally invading Azeroth. But when we went to Warlords of Draenor and redid that timeline, Gul'dan stayed and realized we were from a different timeline and stayed with us and came back to our timeline and wreaked havoc and brought back the Burning Legion in a way we had never seen before. And then you have the battle for Azeroth. Sylvanas, the new war chief of the Horde, because Garrosh died because he was corrupted by the Void, and then Vol'jin was appointed. However, Vol'jin instantly died. He was one-tapped, and so Sylvanas became the new war chief because the jailer, this is Shadowlands stuff, so you can kind of ignore it. The jailer corrupted Vol'jin's mind in order to have him appoint Sylvanas as the war chief. And Sylvanas, as the jailer's pawn, kind of was going insane and was killing everyone. And that is why the battle for Azeroth happened, because Sylvanas was a bad person. And then in the Shadowlands cinematic, Sylvanas goes and fights the new Lich King, who is actually a good guy, because there's always needs to be someone with the Helm of Domination controlling the undead. Because if no one is controlling the undead, then they are free to roam and wreak havoc as they please, which is no bueno. And so Bolvar Fordragon, only the purest of paladins could take the icy throne and have good intentions, and we could trust him to be the new Lich King. However, oh, we've got a Discord call. Oh, the Discord call has stopped. She said, sorry, wrong thing. Okay. All good. Caps. Okay. All good. And so then, oh, she was trying to open my stream. And so then, when Sylvanas comes to the Frozen Throne to everyone thought she was going to become the new Lich King because she has been so crazy. And so she ends up fighting him, and then she takes the crown and does something unthinkable. We'll get to that. That's in the cinematic. I don't want to spoil it. Then Dragonflight. Nothing happens in this trailer. The dragons are reawoken because of Azeroth's call, and the primalists are basically the dragons. That's real. We haven't even gotten started. I'm kind of doing a lore breakdown. You can probably even back it up a little bit. I'm not even sure what you want to do, but we'll see. You can also just watch again later. I'm uploading all of this. I think I'm just straight uploading this VOD as a YouTube video because I think it's gonna be entertaining pretty much the whole way through. And so then in the War Within, we have pretty much just more talking. As far as I know, I mean, it's Anduin is getting messages, like visions in his head. Yeah, I don't know. I see. You're gonna learn a thing or two about me today because I didn't think the War Within was that good, right? So Anduin's getting voices in his head, and his dad Thrall comes behind him. His not actual dad, but his dad Thrall comes behind him and is like, "Stop having visions. You're all good. I'm also getting these visions. We got to figure out what the heck is going on." And then there's the Midnight Cinematic. I don't even know what's happening. I just know there's Blood Elves, and Xalatath is trying to make moves on the Blood Elf city of Silvermoon, and that will be our new capital in Midnight. I have not actually seen the Midnight Cinematic, only bits and pieces, but I know there are Blood Elves in that jaunt. All right, with that all said and done, out of the way, I'm going to take a quick drink of this Monster Energy. Hashtag sponsored, not sponsored. Java Monster. And now we will start with the vanilla. Jackie's also making coffee. Doesn't that work out? And so, now what we are doing is we are starting with the vanilla cinematic. We're going to make sure this is full screen. And we will begin now. Hold on. I gotta set the scene. Hey Siri, turn Logan's room to 20%. Okay, we're gonna set the scene. We're gonna close the blinds. We're gonna make it all cozy for this wintry, chilly Thanksgiving afternoon. Okay. Oh, gotta close my blinds to make sure it's not bright as hell in here. You know, changing the whole vibe of the place. Okay, boom. Oh yeah. Now we're all cozied up. Yeah. I mean, it's still pretty bright, but this is much cozier. Okay, let's go and begin.
4 years have passed since the mortal races banded together and stood united against the might of the Burning Legion. Though Azeroth was saved, the tenuous pact between the Horde and the Alliance has all but evaporated.
Ooh,
The drums
Alliance.
of war thunder once again.
Jackie, this is your class, Hunter. Spirit fire. Okay, you like Night Elves? You like Night Elves? You also like Druids. It's a Druid too. Yeah, we got the Horde in here now. Undead Warlock. Oh yeah, that's badass. Ooh, Taurens. We love Taurens around here. This is a Tauren household. Fight now. Oh! This is what the Horde does to the Alliance. See this? Nice try, guys. Boom. The Horde won every fight right there. I think this might be a perfect cinematic. The Horde is winning everything. Wow. Chills, guys. And that was the original cinematic for the game. I mean, can you put this anywhere but S tier? I'm not even a timely glazer. Like there's guys who, you know, they like the old expansions a little too much. Jackie thinks the cinematic is mid. No, you always start watching cinematics in chronological order. This is the first one you watch. This is what made the game, man. Dude, everything groundbreaking is happening. You've never even seen a dwarf before. You got to go back to 2004. This is fucking nuts, man. Like, this is still the quality of the cinematics today. I'm not an old thing glazer, man. You're going to see what this is normally an S tier in a lot of lists. It's not going to be that high. It's not going to be that high in mine, man. Big and not fan of the Burning Legion. Anyways, I'm putting that in the S tier. I'm not an old thing glazer. I swear to goodness. You could make an argument for A tier, but this is my tier list and it's going in the S tier. You could make an argument for A tier, but nowhere lower. Okay. Now I got the Burning Legion. The Burning Crusade.
Imprisoned for 10,000 years. Banished from my own homeland.
green.
You are not prepared.
Oh, that's the line. You and I are new, bro. Big blue boys. Are also new. This is Lily May right here. Except this is an evil one. She's weird. I don't know. She like kills this thing. It's not very cool. That was totally a dick move, I'm not gonna lie. He wasn't even messing with me. Ooh, we've got back to orc! Yes! We got trolls in this one? Ooh. Dude, this orc, he's such a chat. She's resident. They got raid gear now. Dude, that guy just came from Molten Core. Oh my gosh. I forgot there was such good... Let me shut up. What did I do? I didn't do anything.
You are not prepared.
Damn. Okay. Okay. So it's actually better than I remember, but like there's some good combat scenes, you know, bring back the stuff from Classic. I'm gonna say though, like, she can't type, she's trying to say cool AF. I'm gonna say C tier. Like, I was originally gonna put it D tier, honestly, but it changed my mind a little bit. The combat is pretty good. What do you think on this? What do you think on this? You think this is better than the classic one? Dude, this is literally like everyone likes this. You think this is B? You think this is B tier? Hold on. We're gonna look back through this. I'll reevaluate, okay? So we got Illidan. I mean, I just don't like the graphics of it. I'm not a big Illidan fan, man. But I mean, these guys are literally in raid gear. You don't think it's better than classics? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, then this lady literally, like, this is such a bad scene, bro. She's literally just an a-hole. I don't even want to play this race anymore, man. Look at this guy. She's a bad person. This Draenei is cool. Draenei are the Horde of the Alliance, if that makes sense. It is, you know, that's what I'm saying. So, like, I think we gotta go with, and like this transition was like, it was kind of cool, but it was also like not very Warcrafty. The Draenei was the best scene, and then, well, it's all about Illidan, and Illidan's just, you know. I think I'm gonna leave it C tier. I think we gotta leave it C tier. We have an absolute heater coming up, though. I hope you're ready for this one. There's a fastball, 90 miles per hour, 100 miles per hour. Wrath of the Lich King. The cinematic. There are people that think the game should have ended right here. This was the conclusion of the Warcraft trilogy. The Warcraft trilogy introduced Arthas Menethil, our wonderful retribution paladin prince, and we watched him turn into a crazy, evil, corrupt controller of death and destruction. I am thinking of putting this above classic, but we have to watch to be sure. Okay.
were born, the very forests of Lordaeron whispered the name Arthas.
Damn, that is badass. It's like I'm there.
Child, I watched with pride as you grew into a weapon of righteousness.
Look at that sword.
Remember, our line has always ruled with wisdom and strength. And I know you will show restraint when exercising your great power.
He did not. Whoa. God damn. Yes. Ooh. Here comes that fucking dragon.
Victory, my son, is stirring the hearts of your people. I tell you this, for when my days have come to an end, you shall be king.
He was king, but he was not the king you wanted him to be. No. Damn. That might be, honestly, the best cinematic of all time. In anything ever. That might, you're right, you're literally right, that might be the peak of anything ever. I mean, this is when the game was at its peak. This is when the lore was at its peak. This is when the player base was at its peak. This is when the numbers were at its peak. This was just the absolute pinnacle of World of Warcraft right there. And this is why we Warcraft, right? I mean, like, this is why we Clash. You know what I mean? So this is just can't go anywhere else. I mean, this is like, we're gonna watch the rest, but this is probably not gonna move from straight at the top of S tier. I mean, we might have a contender right here, but I won't spoil too much. You know, we have Cataclysm, Deathwing. What havoc is he gonna wreak upon Azeroth?
Hatred burns
And
through
his
the
email.
cavernous deeps.
world shakes with his movement.
The world heaves with my torment. Its wretched kingdoms quake beneath my rage. Azeroth will break. And all will burn beneath the shadow of my wings.
Damn, notice how he does that shit to the Alliance capital? He's standing on top of Stormwind right now. I'm just gonna say, he wouldn't do that shit to Overmar. They'd kill his ass. Damn. I mean, that one's pretty good. That one's pretty good, right? But I don't even... That's definitely not S tier, right? There's some wiggle to... Yeah, there's some wiggle room between A or B. I think we got to go B here, honestly. And I think a lot of people would even go C. But honestly, like, Cata is kind of my era, so B it is, I think. That was a good one. Deathwing is kind of trying to, like, you can tell he's trying to aura farm, you know what I mean? Like, he has aura, but, like, you know he's trying to aura farm, so it makes it worse, if that makes sense. Like, he's so emo. He's literally getting piercings in the cinematic. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the first time that it's like, this is just fucking thrown in there. What is even happening? Like, that's probably why these Warlords, Legion, Battle for Azeroth are the last three great cinematics, because they're throwing in old lore, they're throwing in old characters, they're throwing in shit that's been going on forever, right? Exactly. Deathwing is the definition of a 6'4" nonchalant dreadhead, right? So we got to put that in the B tier, and I think that is the perfect place for Cataclysm. All right, now we're gonna move on to Mists of Pandaria, fucking Pandaland. This isn't, you know, I'm not gonna spoil what I think. We're gonna let the movie talk. Can I just say, the music on all of these, World of Warcraft music, top 3 video game music of all time. There's just so much oomph to it, you know? So I'll let this play out.
To ask why we fight is to ask why the leaves fall. It is in their nature. Perhaps there is a better question.
Classic. I got my bets on the board. Happy Turkey Day, Tim. Me right there. Oh, never mind. It's not me. I wouldn't know. his ass. Broke his hat, you don't want to do that. Damn. They showed his ass. And he showed their ass. Oh.
Why do we fight? To protect home and family. To preserve balance and bring harmony. For my kind, the true question is, what is worth fighting for?
See, now this is an interesting one. It's actually not as bad as I remember, but it is at the same time. The combat in the middle is so bad. The beginning and ending are really good, where it's exposition is good, and it's ending with the message and the scene and everything. Very cinematic, very beautiful. But the fighting is just so, it's all covered in mist. You can't even tell what's going on. It's just this dumb panda. What the fuck is this panda doing here, right? So I think this has to be worse than TBC, but I think it can stay in the C tier. I don't think it's quite D tier. And I think that might be a little bit of my bias towards Mists of Pandaria. But it's just not quite D tier. I mean, we'll get to D tier somewhere over here, right? But let's rub that one off. We don't need to worry about that one right now. We have Warlords of Draenor. A lot of people think this is the best cinematic. People think this is better than Wrath of the Lich King. I think it's pretty good, but I don't know about better. We'll see. Make sure that. Okay, we're good. Ooh. I love the sounds.
Drink Hellscream.
Tim, you don't know how well that goes with cinematic. I'll do it, but I'm going to leave the cinematic playing.
Claim your destiny. You will all be conquerors. And what, Gul'dan, must we give in return? Everything.
Pour that shit out, Grummash.
You would reject this gift.
Oh, love orcs.
And did you bring these mongrels here? Just to watch you die?
Shut up, Manaroth. Damn. Send it. Aim that shit at him. Damn! Saved him. Get fucked. Oh, look at this weak, pathetic warlock trying to corrupt my horde.
This was not our destiny. Times change.
Damn.
We will never be slaves!
Yeah!
But we will be conquerors.
Damn. Damn. That was one of the best. Wow. That's better. That's always better than I remember it being. Man. That has to go S tier, but does it? I mean, that's so good. Tim, what are you thinking? I know you missed a lot of it, Tim, but I don't know. That was tough as hell. I think it might go A tier though. He says S. He says S. You know, orc bias. You know what? I don't give a shit. I'm doing it. Orc bias. I love orcs. Orcs are my people, bro. This is my race right here. We love orcs. This is an orc household. Okay. Wow. I mean, you don't even have to. I don't even have to say it. I don't have anything to say about this cinematic. It speaks for itself. There's nothing to say. That was just some dope ass shit right there. And so next up, we've got Legion coming on here. All right. It's kind of an alliance-centered one, but still pretty good.
My son, a terrible darkness has returned to our world. As before, it seeks to annihilate everything that we hold dear.
This was the last badass. Hold on. No. This was the last badass left on the Alliance. And he has sacrificed himself. All right, let me go back 5 seconds. This is the last badass. This guy could have been a horde. This guy could have been the war chief of the horde. Okay, I would have referred him to whatever the fuck is going on right now. This guy is dope.
We hold dear. I go to face it, knowing I may not return.
Damn, they're coming!
They're coming back!
son.
All my life I have lived by the sword. I've seen kingdoms burn and watched brave heroes die in vain. It's been difficult for me to trust after losing so much.
The Horde, yeah.
But from you, I have learned patience, tolerance, and faith.
Let's go, King. Show him how it's done. Oh, shit.
Open fire!
Watch out! Oh, the Horde comes in clutch, saves his life. Oh shit. We're going down.
Anduin,
No.
I now believe, as you do, that peace is the noblest aspiration. But to preserve it, you must be willing to fight.
Damn. Kill the demons.
For Azeroth!
Yes, bro. Boom. For Azeroth. There you go. Now that right there is a cinematic. That is a good one. That is a good one. I don't know. I thought there was more fighting in that one, though. I think that, I don't know. The beginning was really good. There's a lot of, you know, action, build-up, lore. And I think it's good in A tier because there's a cinematic right at the very beginning of this expansion in-game where he's fighting, and they're both fighting, and they have to kill the Legion, and they're fighting off the demons, and then he dies, and then the troll war chief, newly elected of the Horde, also dies to these Legion. You really get a sense of the feeling of how dangerous this army really is. But they just couldn't include that in the cinematic, and I think that makes it that much worse than these three monsters right here. But still very good, still very good. Honestly, it could go B tier. It could go B tier above Cataclysm. But I want something to fill up the A tier. I think this might also go in the A tier, but we'll see. This, I'm thinking this is going to go in S tier. But once again, like I said, we'll see. We'll see. Battle for Azeroth. Back to the game's namesake. World of Warcraft. We're finally getting the war back in the Warcraft. No more teaming up, try and figure out this stuff, beat the enemy. This is Alliance versus the Horde. We hate the Alliance over here in this house. Let's see what they got. So good.
Ours is a cycle of hatred. Alliances forged and broken. We have paid the price for sharing this world. And we have forgotten what makes us strong.
Ooh.
Close ranks! Advance has won! Lordaeron will be ours!
My king, we have her cornered.
Boo, Alliance. His armor was dope though, I'm not gonna lie.
Keep firing!
Stupid dwarves. Tell him, Torin. Save him! Not Sour Fang. They're advancing on us. Do something! Fuck yeah. Beat him back. Yes, dude.
Push forward!
Ooh. Where's your king now? Father's sword. Holy shit. Damn.
Stand as one! For the Alliance!
Absolute cinema. Holy shit. Chills all around. Nothing to say. 10 out of 10. That has to be the... I mean, wow. I always forget how good this one is. Everyone loves Wrath of the Lich King. I can't say anything, but that is the best cinematic that this game has ever had. Undoubtedly. 1000%. The battle, the dichotomy. Who knows what's going to happen next? You must be enthralled to play this game. What's going on? Who's going to win? Exactly, bro. This was fucking fire. This was the culmination. This should be the cinematic they show when they are trying to get people to play this game. This is World of Warcraft in its essence. shit just fell off my desk, but I'm trying to make a point here. That is the cinematic to rule all cinematics right there. I think that has to be the best one by far. Ooh, my shit gets. I get going during that one, man. This is why we fight, man. As a true Horde enjoyer. I mean, when Sylvanas does that shit and she's like, and everyone's like, fucking run at the Alliance. I mean, that was more of an Alliance-centric one, I feel like, even though it showed both sides. It's kind of like the Alliance is winning. But, I mean, the Horde is just so dope in that cinematic. It's just chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Okay, now we have Shadowlands. Sylvanas will make a return, except now she's a crazy bitch, and she is the villain of this cinematic. She marches upon the frozen throne. Ice Crown Citadel, the home of the Lich King.
Ice Crown. A monument to our suffering.
Crazy bitch. She's possessed.
The veil between life and death. Where a usurper sits on a frozen throne. But no king rules forever.
He is fucking aura farming right there. Look at this motherfucker. Holy shit. If you're a Death Knight, you just got direction. Let's fight it out. Beat her ass. He says, let's fight. We're fighting in my land. Shit, how does she know? Damn. Hell no. She said, you're stuck here with me. Holy shit. You can't beat that. He's getting fucked up. Sylvanas, stop. No.
You are unfit to wear this crown.
No. Oh shit.
To
What
wield
now?
so much power.
No, Sylvanas.
That power will be your prison.
This world is a prison.
Oh shit. What now? Lich Queen? No. Holy shit. What the fuck did she just do? That cannot be good.
And I will set us all free.
Holy shit. Damn. Pretty good cinematic. I mean, seriously, coming after Battle for Azeroth, that you just can't live up to that. And it came out to such a shitty expansion. Has to be high A or low B. It is a good cinematic. It is a good that was a good cinematic. It might even be higher than Legion. I'm not gonna lie. It might be higher than Legion. I think you can go in any of these three spots. In front of Legion, behind Legion, in A, or in top of B, behind or in front of Cataclysm. I'm not so sure right now, though. I think we have to put it in an A just because the combat is so good in this one. It's lore is whatever. I mean, but it's good graphics. There's aura farming. There's good pause. There's good tempo. And I think there's just cinematic wise, this is still great. They lost some of the lore and the badassness from this one, right? But this has still got to be. I mean, if you're a Death Knight, this is right here, you know? Well, actually, you did just kind of watch your king get, like, fucked up, so I don't know. But that's... yeah, I think it's top of A. I think it's top of A. Now, I gotta put it below Legion. We gotta put it below Legion. I don't know why. Don't ask. Now we gotta go to these ones, man. These are like... these are just... I'm not gonna spoil anything, but these... I don't know. These ones are cool. Trailer for this one for some reason.
The world has been sundered. It cries out in pain. We must go to its aid. We entrust our ancestral home to you, the Watchers.
Power themselves down. Protect this island. Hide it in the shadows.
Let the land slumber, hidden even from our own eyes. You will feel our return in the waking of the land. Then, you must light the beacon of Tearhold, lest the path home be lost to us
10,000 years ago. He didn't wake up. Oh shit. He said most of my homies aren't doing so hot. I gotta go do this shit myself. Damn, no one else is in here. Damn. W physique, the W physique. No. The king homie is all messed up. Boom. Turn that shit on. Oh, hell nah. It don't work no more. I gotta go fix this shit. Yeah, clock in. Gotta lock in real quick. Oh, shit. I'm falling apart. Light the way. Come on. Holy shit. Oh. Hell no. It was worth it though. He sacrificed everything. Boom! Dragon comes saves him. Nice. The sacrifice was not in vain. We got all the different colors of dragons.
The world is healing, but her fate is yet uncertain. Together, we shall be Azeroth's protectors once again. Here, the new age of dragons shall begin.
That guy is so locked in. Imagine being the only one of your kind left, and you go and fucking save the whole thing. With that being said, D tier. That cinematic is high key fucking buns. I'm not gonna lie. So we have to put it in context, right? We just came from that Shadowlands shit with all that dumbass, like, the game was its worst in Shadowlands. Right after this cinematic right here, the game was fucking awful. So we kind of needed, like, we needed to hear that dragon say the world is healing. Because, yeah, so like, it's good for what it was for the time. But it's just, it doesn't feel very World of Warcrafty. It's not the greatest cinematic. It's not very cinematic in its nature. And you'll kind of see that continue. There's not much fighting in this one or the War Within. Again, I have not even seen the new Midnight cinematic yet. This is, I mean, not brand spanking new. It came out like a couple months ago, but I haven't seen it. I've been trying to save it for a special occasion. Okay, so, but we got the War Within first. And then we will be reacting to Midnight together for the very first time. Oh, and we're in 4K now. I didn't even realize that. This shit is high quality though, high definition. Bam. Our little boy Prince is all fucking grown up. PTSD and everything. Anduin. This shit looks real. People thought this was real.
Anduin.
Who is it? Some big footsteps.
You're here to tell me we don't get to hide.
Ooh, it's Thrall.
Is that it?
Big orc
You
shaman.
needed time. We stayed away. But time by itself heals nothing.
You didn't just come here for me. It's the visions. You've seen them.
I suspect many have lately. Something, someone, is calling out from the heart of the world. Like a voice from a dream. Something dark is coming, Anduin. The world needs your light again. My son.
Shit, PTSD.
I am not that person anymore. I have no light. Not after what I've seen. Not after what I've done.
Damn.
You are not your past, Anduin. I trust you.
Hear me.
Oh shit.
They're getting worse. Look. Whatever's coming, I'll stand with you. Of course I will. But we were drawn here by the voice. Who is it, Thrall? Who's calling out to us?
I'm not sure yet. But that sword was aimed at someone.
Shit. That's a big ass sword, dude. Damn. Okay, honestly, still pretty bad. Actually, I thought this was going to be an instant D tier. I'm not going to lie. I did not like this cinematic when it came out. So many people were saying, you know, this is pussy shit. Why can't we get back to the Warcraft, you know, the war? And, you know, I do agree with that to an extent. I do wish there was some sort of, you know, something. But at the same time, it is like, it's good cinematic wise, kind of like Shadowlands, where it's like, it's not a, it could be better, but the flow of the cinematic, everything like that is pretty good. Actually kind of like it. I'm thinking bottom of C tier or top of B tier. Because it's not as bad as I thought it was. It's not nearly as bad as I thought it was. But I'm not sure if it's worthy of a B tier placement. I gotta mull this over a little bit. Let me think. So, in Cata we have Deathwing. I mean, Deathwing is it. Yeah. No, I don't think it goes B tier. Yeah, Deathwing cinematic is just. I mean, you missed this one, but it's just an absolute banger. One of the most iconic Warcraft villains. This one is just kind of talking. You know, not that great. Not that great. But like I said, better than I thought. Honestly, a surprise. So we'll go with that. Now we have Midnight. I've literally never seen this before. A lot of people are saying it's pretty mid. We're gonna check it out. We're gonna really give it room to do its thing. We'll see what's got. After War Within, we need some combat. I've heard there's some. We'll see.
The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through me, and by its grace am I made one with all that is sacred. The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through me, and by its grace am I made one with all that is sacred. The light
Liadrin, it has begun.
She's
I
pregnant.
need
She
you
is scared.
with me on the wall.
Gorthamar, the void will envelop us soon. Only the light can save us now.
No. The time for prayer has passed.
I said, get that piece of shit out of here. We need to fight.
The sunwell will not fall. Not while I draw breath.
And defend it with your life. Good. Getting fucked up.
Little elves. I can see you grow weary. How much longer can you hold out?
Get the fuck out of here.
Flee and save yourselves.
Liadrin, don't.
Light be with you. You see? She understands it's hopeless. Soon, you all will. The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through me, and by its grace am I made one with all that is sacred. The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through.
The light won't save you now. You gotta fight. What is she doing? Is she going to harness it?
I know that I am unworthy. I don't know if I deserve your help.
In a moment of desperation.
But I know my people do. Please give them strength. I admire your spirit, but that will not save you. Soon, I will break your world.
You can't even break one elf.
Ooh. No.
This darkness comes to devour everything. And when it is finished, there will be no more light. Without your aid,
Save them.
We will perish.
Save them. They need the light.
I beg you. Help us.
Here she comes.
Draw breath.
Okay. Hey, that's pretty good. Actually, pretty good. I will say the end, like, after watching all these cinematics, I can actually kind of give it, like, an outside, like, critique view. I think the music was too lighthearted at the end. It was too hope core. We needed an explosion at the end, not fucking we're marching out, we're gonna fucking save the day. We need an explosion, like, boom, the light empowers us. The light has sent us, a sign that we will win this war. And in my head that's still what happened, so I'm gonna rate it based off that, even though that's kind of not what happened. I mean, I'm going to put it bottom of the B tier just because there's more fighting. It's better than the War Within, but we're going to need more than that. We're going to need more Warcraft. We're going to need more Warcraft. We're going to need more, fighting. I think part of their issue as well was that they were just like literally fighting ghosts. Like their swords were just like swinging through them. Like that's not doing any damage, bro. They need to like hit their core and then their sword stops and they look up at them and they're like, oh shit. And that's where it like turns around or something, or like she grabs their blade, but that's not quite what happened. That's kind of what we want from this, but it's not what we got. It could have been an A tier if we had all of those things done right, but low B tier it is. And there you go. I mean, I think this is absolutely perfect. I don't think there's much up for debate. I think that you could maybe swap these around depending on if you're an old head or not. But I think that this is just absolute. And you could also put this down here at the top of D tier, but I'm a little bit impartial to Pandaria. I think this is absolutely perfect right here. Nothing better than some good cinematics, man. Just watching all of these. Wait, Tim, are you still in the chat? I need to show you this Wrath of the Lich King one since you missed it. And there's also a higher resolution one, so we can watch that as well. Yeah, let me show you this right now. Since you said you were talking about, getting into the game and everything like that, they made a remaster of this when the classic version of Wrath of the Lich King came out. And this is just absolute chills, no pun intended. Right? So we're going to throw this one on real quick. And this is the remastered, so it's even higher quality.
My son, the day you were born, the very forests of Lordaeron whispered the name Arthas.
They should have named him the Aura King. I'm not gonna lie, not the Lich King.
I watched with pride as you grew into a weapon of righteousness. Remember, our line has always ruled with wisdom and strength. And I know you will show restraint when exercising your great power. stirring the hearts of your people. I tell you this, for when my days have come to an end, you shall be king.
And he became king, but the Lich King instead of the king of Lordaeron. Boom. And wow, just what a ranking, what a game, man. What a cinematic, what a great, you know, absolutely undeniably amazing set of cinematics right here.